They will go very briefly. Red, green, and it's away. They paddle those 1-2-5s away, scoot as fast as they possibly can into the first turn, and yes, it looks like the Aprilia man of Gramini. Is it or isn't it?
It looked like it, Keith. I think Alvaro, number 59, was second into the first corner. That looks like it. Number 59, Alvaro, a replacement, the same colours as Bruno Casanova, Scott Aprilia team. Bruno, don't forget, wears number 15. His new teammate, Alvaro, wears 59.
Well, we're going to be waiting to see when we pick up. Look at this, the usual 1-2-5 melee going on behind, but Gramini, unheard of the amount of 1-2-5 lead he has at the moment.
Is that Wakai in second?
Well, that's a worry if it is. No.
Third, I mean, Keith. It's certainly Alvaro in second. It's a Scott Aprilia in second. That's got to be Alvaro. Surely Casanova can't have come through. Who is that in third? That's one of the 7 levels I recognise. Going to get a bit close to him.
Well, that looked to me like Harry Molinar.
It did, didn't it?
Harry Molinar. Now, I can't be absolutely sure. We're looking now at the start from our overhead, and you can see how much they're all weaving, jockeying in for position, scooting those bikes, trying to get them off the line, slipping the clutch as fast as they can into the first turn. So, we know who the leader is, but we have yet to pick up exactly who second place man is. There's your leader, Gramini on the Aprilia. Series leader as well, Alessandro Gramini, 59. That is who is in there.
Alvaro.
Luis Alvaro is the man in second place. Well.
And it is 35 for Delia in third, Keith. Well, well, well. The 1-2-5 apple cart is being upset. And you want some romance? Gramini wins a world title, Keith. Italian rider on Italian motorcycle. The Italian press will go, well, there's Charlie Giro, 31 at the back. Steve Patrickson there as well. But can this be a 1-2-5 Grand Prix with a lead like this on the first lap?
Well, John Peel came here to Sky Sports for romance. Is he going to find it in the 1-2-5 race? That's what we have to ask him a bit later.
Fifth place is Grassini, followed by Debbia. So the big boys are gathering, but Gramini is taking advantage, Keith, of the lesser lights in second and third, let's call them that, somewhat uncharitably. Alessandro, Alex to his friends, is often. He's doing a Wayne Rainey on us.
Well, more than that, he really is on a flyer, isn't he? He knows he's leading this World Championship with just another round to go, and certainly is not going to let anybody get in between him and the championship, that's for sure. I don't know, it looks like he's riding a 250.
Measure that motorcycle. But Keith, we'll go through the mathematics later because it is so close at the top. 4 men could easily win the world title. They are Gramini, Grassini, Waldman and Gianola. Those are the personalities we need to look out for. Now, who's second? That's Dirk Rowdish through to second, with Debbia in third.
Yeah, just 8 people, 8 points, I should say, are the first 4 places. 8 points cover the first 4 places, and that's how close this World Championship is at the moment. But at the moment, and at the head of that table, is Gramini, this man, bike 39, and doing a good job again. Well, problem is, of course, when we get back to the studio, we're going to have Andy Kershaw giving us a real hard time over boring racing. Gramini, Rowdies, Alvaro, Debbia, Grassini and Verdelier are your race order at the moment.
Although we did see Debbia had already made that captain out of date. That's quite usual in 1-2-5 Grand Prix racing, as we always say. Gramini, Keith, Alessandro Gramini, a man rumoured to be in line for a 250 ride next year, but we'll get to the rumours later, shall we? Little Dirk Rowdies in second. Then it's Debbia number 4, then it's Alvaro, then it's Gianola and Wacko. There's Grassini number 2 gone through, away to number 5.
Waldman was in there as well. 3, Waldman was right well down. Well, I think Waldman can kiss his World Championship goodbye. He led it by a mile before, but certainly he was in big trouble.
Keith, about 5th place at the moment. The man who has made most progress from his qualifying position, Bruno Casanova, has come through from 22nd on the grid to 5th place. Your chump for the Donington Preview programme. One of our heroes, the ever-jovial Bruno Casanova.
Yeah, someone told me he spoke English. They lied.
He was wonderful. There he is, number 15, just going through. Wakai's in that group as well. Oh, there's trouble. There's Ueda gone through. We're back with the leader, Alessandro Gramini. Oh, Dirk Rowdies right with him.
Rowdies right with him, and Casanova's in third there, Julian, as I jump on you.
Yes. Oh, we are Bruno Casanova fans, unashamed Bruno Casanova fans. He is the fastest man on the track. Then it's Debbia, then it's Gianola, another man with a shout of the championship, just going past Grassini. There's Waldman, Keith, mired back in the pack. I think the German, well, after 4 races, we've got him penciled in for the title. What a nightmare he's had in the second half of the year.
What a nightmare. Did you see Sakata there, number 13, barging his way through? Sakata, the pole man, looks absolutely desperate, as usual. There is a man who I don't recognise, but maybe you do.
It's one of the Gazzaniga riders. It's not Vitali, it's the other Gazzaniga rider. How's that? And Rowdies has got the lead, Keith. Rowdies has gone through while we were observing a casualty. Dear me, there's a turn up for the books. Alessandro Grimini relegated to second. It's only the second time this year we've seen Rowdies lead a 125 Grand Prix. The other was his home at Hockenheim. Keith, here's the pass.
Let's have a look at that. He's right on the rear end of Grimini, and Grimini, well, we look to see quite how the move was made. Grimini on the wide side, and I bet it's going to be an opportunist pass right up the inside on the brakes into the right-hander. Yes, it is. Well, brilliantly timed indeed. Grimini left him a bit of a door open there, though, didn't he? He'll like to be doing that if he gets in front again. Well, I don't think he's going to, judging by the way Rowdies is pulled away in just half a lap. Brilliant stuff from the German.
A man who has never won a Grand Prix, Dirk Rowdies. There's second and third place dice, Keith, Grimini and Casanova. And I think we have here in the second and third place dice, Keith, the two best men on brakes in the class. And this is going to get a bit interesting because Bruno wants that second place rather badly.
Yeah, but I take the point that Andy Kershaw brought to our attention, just in case we were asleep, that Grimini does look like he's sort of slowed off pace-wise, and Casanova's come right back up to him. But it is very, very difficult to know who's slowing and who's speeding up, really, considering we've got no yardstick from qualifying really to go with.
Yes, but certainly Grimini got out the gate like a startled greyhound, opened up an immediate lead, and then had it immediately taken off him by Dirk Rowdies, who, don't forget, the little German is over a second and a half in the lead. As what a nice clean move by Bruno. Grimini invited him through there by the look of it. Very similar there.
I mean, I've got to say, Grimini looked to me like he left the door wide open for Casanova. That's the second time he did. First Rowdies slipped through on him, and now Casanova. Look at Casanova grabbing down gears there into the left-hander. Well, what can Grimini do? Grimini finds himself in difficulty in third place, really. Casanova, you can't expect him to drop back after that manoeuvre.
Well, but Grimini is in front of the three guys who he's in contention with for the title, so maybe it won't bother him that much. However, we have two Aprilia riders there in second and third. I wonder whether Bruno might reopen the door and go back through it later in the race. Martinez in fourth, Keith. Now, there's a man up from 24th place. Aspar Martinez, the multiple world champion. Clear, he will be very happy of... That's interesting. Gianola and Grissini are next along in front of Wackeye. So those are the guys who really have to get themselves organised and try and get up to Grimini. I doubt they can do it, quite honestly, but it's Aspar back to something like his old form. He's only Rostrum of the Year in France, third place. He does look good on a motorcycle, this man, doesn't he? What class.
So, off the front is Rowdies. Julian prepares the point standing. We're looking at Grimini, who is the leader of the championship up to this race. Jules.
Right, those of you with the calculators can take notes. Grimini has 110 points, Grissini 108, Waldman 106, and Gianola 101. Nowadays, there are 20 points for a win, 15 for a second, 12 for a third, then it's 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the end of the proceedings. So, Grimini will do his chances a power of good just by the second place he has at the moment in front of Bruno Casanova. Bear in mind there are two Aprilia riders there. So I think, given the evidence we have seen in the past, I would be surprised to see Bruno lead Grimini over the line if they are in this sort of close contact at the end of proceedings.
Oh, and a yellow flag out. So then, we've got a yellow flag out. Who's dropped it in that corner? That's a well-placed marshal for the camera position anyway. Up next, just somebody that's broken down. We're looking to see who that is. That looks like Steve Patrickson to me. So Steve Patrickson, the Brit, comes to an end down in Brazil. Wackeye, though, there in sixth, confirmation of that.
As Wackeye said, Keith, that the only time he's been able to get beneath the screen this season was when he had that one ride on the 250 Suzuki in Germany. That is indeed Steve Patrickson, just to confirm what Keith Ewan said earlier. Steve Patrickson, number 36, a man who has had a sad, sad season in the Grand Prix. And really, it has to be said, and I think Steve has said it, that it will be his last Grand Prix year.
Well, it's tough out there for sure. It's tough to find the funding and everything for it. And Steve really struggling with the results, and certainly you can't get them. And look at Fausto Grissini now. I was about to say you can't get them when they break down, and Fausto Grissini's about to grab that place. So Fausto Grissini then goes through into sixth place, drops Wackeye down to seventh. Grissini, bike number 2, goes through to sixth place. Can he make any progress up to fifth?
If he stays there, Keith, that's 6 points instead of 4. That could be vital when they get to South Africa. Every place counts for these men in this race at Brazil. Confirmation, Fausto Grissini through to sixth.
So Rowdies then, blitz in the field. I bet he surprised a few people here this weekend. It'll be interesting to see once he gets on this high note just what he can achieve down in South Africa. He's not got a lot to do as far as the championship positions are concerned. Remember, I've already said he's down in 6th, and even with this race win, that won't bump him up to 5th. So really, Rowdy's maybe we're looking for another win down in South Africa.
That would put the cat amongst the Italians.
14 seconds. Down to Martinez in 2nd place. So then, off our monitors, and we didn't see that anywhere, Martinez is now through to 2nd place. Well, he did make a bit of a move on Gramini. We knew he was catching them. We knew he was on the tail of Gramini and Casanova, and Martinez has slid through off of our monitors. We hope we see that a bit later on for you and we can bring it to you, but really, unbelievable. Martinez did look like the fastest man on the track a little bit earlier. We said about it, but we've missed it so far. There it is then. Dirk Rowdy's from Jorge Martinez, from Bruno Casanova, Gramini, Petrucciani in that brilliant 5th, with Grassini a fighting 6th at the moment. But the hot stuff really is Martinez coming through. He's just 14 seconds behind Rowdy's now, but that's too great a distance for him to do anything about.
Gramini, Keith, flew to 3rd. I wonder if Bruno did the gentlemanly thing there. Let his works teammate, as opposed to semi-works man, come through and try and attack Aspar and get 2nd place and extend Gramini's lead over Grassini in the title chase.
Well, one thing for sure, if he did it, he wouldn't have wanted to do it, whether he was supposed to or not. I think that's all we can say about that, and we're not going to know the politics of it because they're not going to tell us.
No way, Keith. One word about Aspar for you, Keith. He has 36 Grand Prix wins to his credit. That is the most of any solo rider still competing in Grand Prix level. There's a measure of the class of the man.
Well, this man is on for his 1st Grand Prix win, it has to be said. So then, the last lap, Dirk Rowdy's Mr. Immaculate alongside Wayne Rainey's 500 Grand Prix win. It's got to be said, Dirk Rowdy's really has done an unbelievable job here. He's not put a wheel wrong anywhere on the track, in our view anyway. He's kept it all when we're off monitor. But Dirk Rowdy's superb. He's going to win this race by a mile, and they're really going to wonder where he got it all from.
Yeah, we know he had straight line speed in Hockenheim, but the way he's ridden this tricky Interlagos circuit, if you'd have painted him red and white, you'd have said it was Aspar, wouldn't you, on that Honda?
Well, of course, you've just brought us a nice little link there to the 2nd, 3rd and 4th place battle that's going on somewhere behind them, and I wish we could get a bit of a picture of that as Dirk Rowdy's comes down the left-hander now. Dirk Rowdy's just a little way to go. So Rowdy's is going to win this race. I can't imagine anything, even if he had to coast across the line now, he's going to do it. So Dirk Rowdy's then, the German, taking his 1st Grand Prix win through the chicane. They put that in there especially to slow the bikes down because that's the most dangerous corner on the track. Dirk Rowdy's race leader. We look back to see what's going on behind him as Dirk Rowdy's takes the race win. Dirk Rowdy's then wins the 125 Brazilian Grand Prix in fine style, but it's the battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th that I'm really waiting for, Julian, and they are going to be some 13 seconds behind this man. So here it is. Let's have a look. Martinez gets 2nd. Who's going to get 3rd? Well, that looked to me like that was Casanova. Or was it?
I wonder if Gramini was having a bit of a linguistics there with the old Italian hand-waving.
Well, of course, Italians, they don't actually connect. Well, there it is. Rowdy's got it from Martinez, and Casanova got the 3rd place. Well, good for Bruno, I have to say. Gramini, well, wasn't happy, and that's not done him very good as far as his championship's concerned, because he just loses those couple of points.
Yes, but with the other title contenders finishing well down, Keith, maybe nobody put out the board saying team orders. Maybe Bruno ignored it, I don't know.
I don't think there would have been team orders so much as a gentlemanly agreement between the two, and I think they've now fallen out as far as that's concerned. Confirmation then of the race result for the 125 Brazilian Grand Prix. Dirk Rowdy's wins from Jorge Martinez, from Alessandro Gramini in 3rd. Bruno Casanova pushed back to 4th.